Hey, welcome back to the studio. We're going to be reacting to One Love, Bob Marley. This is the second trailer. We've already done a trailer. If you're interested in checking that out, go check it out. But let's get into it.
Won't you help to sing
Redemption song, like I said.
these songs of freedom is all I ever have.
That's not him singing.
Redemption songs.
When you write that?
All my life. Don't let them fool you.
That's a hit.
Oh, no.
Reggae is the people music.
You know you're a superstar.
I am a superstar. You can't separate the music and the message. You see, reggae music come to unify the people.
Not everyone likes what you're saying. For your own safety, you need to stop.
Crazy.
On December 3rd, 1976, would-be assassins invaded Bob Marley's home and attempted to take the life of the singer, his wife, and
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about a thing. Cause every little thing gonna be alright. You like that one?
Are with the kids.
There's a war going on. Oh, I can't bring peace. I can't even get peace for myself.
Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds, it's by my doorstep,
Sometimes
singing.
the messenger has to become the message.
No more about a thing.
Bob, I know it's dangerous,
Every little thing gonna be alright.
but you're the only one who can unite the people.
You ready, Bob?
No guns can stop this message. I want the world to change. And that time is now.
This is my message to you.
Man, this is gonna be. That was
Another
powerful.
great. Yeah, it's going to be another great biopic. I think we've had a few here and there that wasn't great, but then there's been quite a few that were great. Pretty awesome to watch.
I feel like Elvis lacked because of Baz Luhrmann, obviously, but man, this I will say this: the structure, because of ever since we did the thing on the podcast, I've been paying close attention to see the structure of how it's put together.
Trailer.
The trailer is the format of the turns, the quotes, even the story itself. It's almost identically formatted to the previous trailer, to where it opens with Bob Marley, the icon, Bob Marley, the fun songs, and then we have the serious switch with the assassination attempt, and then we have Bob Marley, the legend, Bob Marley, the cultural phenomenon, that it's much bigger than just himself. And so that's the structure of the trailer, and it's laid out very similar to the previous one. We just see new stuff here.
Yeah.
If we're being honest,
Are we?
don't most biopics have this structure where they're like,
Yeah.
they present what everybody knows, the glamour, right? Then
The
there's always the boom,
right,
and the silence, and then it's
What was that?
it has
What-
everything to do with us.
What do we get for?
yeah, exactly. It's bomb. It's like a bomb moment, and then complete silence, and then they present, it's drugs, it's killing,
Drugs?
it's something, right?
Right.
And then you get into the serious portion of the trailer, and then it almost always ends with like the legend portion of the trailer,
Right.
which it's not a bad format, especially when it comes
It
to big
works.
names like Bob
Mhm.
Marley and
Because we're
Elvis
talking about
Presley.
real people here, you know?
Mhm.
It definitely works as a format. And maybe it only works for like the solo music artist
Yeah.
biopic formats. Because, but either way, you're right. It does follow a similar structure. Every time I see this,
Mhm.
hearing those songs and then seeing, obviously not Bob, but the representation of Bob, it makes me
Yeah.
Yeah.
freaking emotional, man. It really
Yeah.
does. I was listening to Bob's music when I was like in seventh and eighth grade. That's when I first got into
Dang.
it. It was like my
Back
first
in that
secular
phase.
music outside of the Christian music that I listened
Mhm.
to as a little kid. Bob Marley was my first introduction to anything outside of the secular or outside of the Christian, the Protestant
That's
Christian music.
bizarre too. That's reggae is such a bizarre
I
kind
liked
of
it, dude. I really liked
like
it.
I mean,
first music.
Yes, a
if
lot of people go different ways, but I really lean towards reggae for some reason, particular Bob Marley.
if I don't know if people would get this reference, but Joseph's like, on one hand he's singing like Glad, and then on the other hand he's switching and singing Bob Marley.
Glad the Christian a cappella group
Yeah.
Yes. That's what he was referencing.
from the 90s.
I
Freaking
mean that's
Glad knew how to harmonize, I'll tell you
I
that
mean,
much.
but
Mhm.
if you look at Glad, what Joseph was listening to,
Look,
you can kind of see
let's stay
Bob
on
the
Bob Marley. Nobody
the Bob
watching this is
Marley.
gonna know about Glad, all right?
Oh, people are gonna
But
know.
um obviously I think different than what happened with Elvis. If you know this, tell me in the comments below. I have two
Mhm.
theories. I do not think the actor is actually singing any of these songs.
Okay.
He's singing the bit with the kids in the car,
Yeah.
but the actual performing, like even around the campfire at the beginning, that's
Mm.
not his voice. It is one of two things. It's either Bob Marley's voice, right?
Yeah.
Just
Or
using
his
one of
son.
his recordings, or
Yeah.
it is someone like Stephen Marley, his son, who has a
Mhm.
Yeah.
extremely similar voice, who
Or
re-recorded these at
Or
option 3.
option 3. What's the third
Mattis
option?
Yahoo.
It's AI, like an AI
I hope
recreation.
not.
Maybe.
I
Well,
don't
I
want an
look at it
authentic
this way.
Bob Marley story to
If you
utilize
want
AI.
if you want it to sound like Bob,
Sure.
but you want it to kind of be different, you could reach out to his kids, or you could sample some of his kids singing.
Like
I'm sure
Steven.
they've already.
I've
I'm sure
sampled all of
Steven's
them.
I'm sure he's already released like covers of his dad's songs.
Yep, he does.
Sample some of him, sample some of Bob, mix it together with some AI recreation, and then you get something that sounds like Bob but has unique notes that that nobody's heard before. So it sounds like he's singing the
True.
song around the fire, and not like, oh, that's just the song from the album.
Yeah.
That look, it's very possible. It would be an interesting take. Definitely
Mhm.
something that would get interest in the news world to get
Yeah.
some brownie points for marketing for this film. I will say, if you know, leave it in the comments. I personally will be
Mhm.
doing some research to see how they're doing this. In my
Yeah.
like, if they're trying to do like the thing around the campfire, like if you're wanting to say we're going to put him in multiple different scenarios where it needs to sound natural for this environment and we have to do a lot of
Mhm.
mixing and control, I don't feel like, maybe you can, but I don't feel like the recordings of Bob's songs were specific enough to be able to manipulate to do that, to take like his
Mhm.
actual
No, I don't think so.
recordings
I think
and then put it in any environment, because it was older technology. It sounds a very
Yeah.
specific way, you know.
I don't know this actor, but I mean, Austin Butler did a fantastic job singing the stuff for Elvis, and so
Mhm.
I think that it's doable. Someone can do it. Someone
Yeah.
out there is close
Yes,
enough to
someone
do
out
it.
there could do it, but I would say if you're gonna get someone else other than like what Wyatt's saying with the AI or combination with AI, I don't think as a fan of Bob Marley and Damien and Steven in particular, I don't think you have to look any further than Steven. I mean, Steven's voice is
but he's kind of
pretty
older now,
close
isn't
to
he?
his dad's. No,
How
I
old
saw
is
him.
he?
I mean, he's older, but he's not an old man. Stephen Marley's probably
Yeah, and men's voices, especially if they know how to sing, they get better with age.
yeah.
They don't start to get really bad until they're real old.
Right.
But men in their 40s, 50s, 60s can still sing really well, and still, unless they're really trying to belt it out and maybe hit some of the notes that they could hit when they were younger.
Then you hear it.
Yeah, but I don't think that's gonna be the case with a lot of Bob Marley music.
Dude,
it's pretty
no,
easy
probably
going.
not.
I heard Stephen Marley sing Three Little Birds in Virginia Beach. And
Mhm.
it was the ocean was right there. It was outside. I just closed my eyes and I could have swore it was Bob singing it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I'm just saying Steven's voice is extremely similar. I think it would be smart maybe to use AI like you were saying, but if you're going to do recreations, go Steven. That's what I
Yeah.
think.
Let us
other
know what you
thoughts?
guys think. What was that?
I was asking if you had any other thoughts before we close
Oh.
out. I have a lot of thoughts, but I don't want to consume all the time.
I mean, no, not really. I mean, go check out our other trailer because we did talk about this
Mhm.
already, and I feel like we will
Yeah.
be talking about it more as the movie comes out. But if you enjoyed us talking about One Love and doing a trailer reaction for this, then like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time.